and welcome to the Seahawkers podcast from the Podium, post-game edition. I'm your host, Brandon Schultz, and we are talking about the Seahawks' 19-16 overtime win over the Los Angeles Rams. They got the win on Sunday, and with the Lions' victory, clinched a spot in Santa Clara, coming up on Saturday to face the San Francisco 49ers. Here was head coach Pete Carroll and his Monday preview of the upcoming matchup.
Really a great reward for our guys who've been working so hard, and you've been hearing us talk about it, to have this opportunity to keep going. We're all excited about the fact that the way the day turned out yesterday, just so sunk into the being Lions fans, man. We love the Lions. Coach Campbell did a great job with his crew, and they played a fantastic football game to get the win, to give us the chance. So we're going to try to do something with it. Unfortunately, we're playing the Niners, and they're loaded and healthy and on a roll and about as hot as you could possibly get, and doing it in a really commanding fashion too. With the young quarterback who's doing so well, just kind of would buck the odds. That everybody would think you could do that, and everybody in the media anyway. So we'll see how we. Get our guys back for this weekend. It's coming up quick with the Saturday ball game, and we've already started our week and we're underway.
One key to the Seahawks' success against the Niners will be the running game, which has really gotten going in recent weeks.
Couldn't come at a better time. With the cyclone threatening down there, we may need to run the ball 40 times, 50 times, whatever. We'll see how that goes. It's huge for us to make that statement. And remember, last year at the end of the season, we found our rhythm and really got going too. I don't know why that I have no idea why that's happening like that. But I think we had like 130 something against KC, or something like that. So we've been coming, and you can really see Kenneth, getting together with the guys up front. The rhythm looks way better than it did, and that's just time and take some, take some lumps along the way. And so fortunately, we're getting going.
Seahawks running back Ken Walker secured the rookie rushing title on Sunday, getting himself to 1,050 yards on the ground for the season. Here's Walker reacting to the accomplishment.
It means a lot. That's a big goal. But, like I always say, credit to the O-line. We had a stretch where we were struggling throughout the season, but we got it together, and to be able to finish like that, I got to give all credit to the O-line.
From the rookie to the only player remaining on the team from that 2012 draft for the Seahawks, let's hear from pass rusher Bruce Irvin on the opportunity to return to the Seahawks this year.
It's been great. I really didn't expect to play this much, to be honest with you, but, it is what it is. Pete has a way of, getting you in here, then he look at you with them blue eyes. It feel like he looking through your soul. So, you be like, nah, F this, I ain't doing that. But as soon as Pete lay them blue eyes on you, you kind of melt. You're like, oh yes sir, yes sir. So, man, I'm just grateful for the opportunity, man. Be out here to play. I'm 35 years old. 35 years old, still playing a kid's game. I got 3 kids at home, a wife. Businesses, I got a whole life. And, I'm still going out here suited up with 20, 21-year-olds and going out here having a hell of a time doing it. So, man, it's been a great ride. And I'm not saying it, I don't know, but it's been a great ride. And, it's been, if this was the last one, it was great to come back here and finish it where I started it at.
Bruce said he addressed the team the night before the Rams game.
Just making sure they appreciate each other. Knowing that, this group will probably be different next year. So I just wanted to let them know, the biggest thing you can get out of this game is, after money, but relationships, that's the biggest thing when you're done. That's the biggest thing that I missed while I wasn't playing is the relationship, the locker room, the talking mess around the building, So just letting those guys know, man, this group will never be the same. So just go out here and leave it out there for one another, just and cherish this moment.
Irvin has clearly had an impact on some of the younger players, including Darrell Taylor.
Man, his presence has been great for us, man. Just having a guy that's been through it all, injuries, winning the Super Bowl, going into all the stuff that he's been through, all the stuff that he brings to the table. Man, he just gives us so much knowledge and so much, wisdom, and we love having him in the room.
Continuing with the defense, let's hear from Pro Bowl safety Quandre Diggs about his crucial interception on Sunday.
I mean, if I use language, I would probably use some bad language because dude was wide open. I'm just like, in my mind, I'm just thinking the worst, you know what I mean? And oh, man, I felt like I was 25 again, running and jumping in the air. So for me, it was just one of those plays. They drew it up perfect. They got us in the coverage that they wanted us, and I was just able to go out and make a play. But that's probably my favorite interception ever because just the atmosphere, everything that that went along with this game and this interception, it was dope. So all I seen was the ball, and I was like, I'm going to go get it. And I was able to go get it, and I caught it. So I think that's all that mattered. I caught that one, and, I've been getting some grief, and I've been holding myself accountable for dropping the other ones, but I had to get that one.
Here's what Coach Pete saw on that play.
Yeah, and the ball hung forever, and he timed it up perfectly to get it on the sidelines over there. He's such a great ball hawk that, of course, he's going to make that play if you give him a chance. But for him to make it, he's a hero around here. These guys love him. He's a great leader, and they got nicknames for him and all kinds of stuff, and he's tough as nails. And when he speaks, everybody shuts up, and then to come through and make a play like that, it's just beautiful and fitting, and really happy for him.
Diggs' friend Tyler Lockett was crucial on the offensive end for the Seahawks and scored the team's lone touchdown in the third quarter. Here's Steve Largent of the Seahawks radio network with the call.
Tight slot on the far side. Now in motion comes Johnson. Play fake. Geno has some time. He's going to rear back and throw it deep for the end zone. Got a man out there. Reaching out. Making a catch. Touchdown! Seahawks! Tyler Lockett running past Hill and the rest of the Rams defense. And a perfect, and I mean perfect throw from Geno Smith. 36 yards. A touchdown for the Hawks within a point of tying this up. And Tyler Lockett has become the second player in franchise history to record 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons. The man to do it before him is here today. The great Hall of Famer Steve Largent. Congratulations. The game's not over, but boy, that sure felt good.
Oh, man, Geno just made a great throw, man. For me, I was just trying to run my route. Shane did the first play of the game. I had a certain route that I was able to run on a DB. And so, I tried to make it look a little bit similar. And, luckily he was able to bite a little bit. And once I made my post move, Geno threw it where only I could get it. It was really a great throw. And, all I had to do was make sure I caught it and held on to it because Troy Hill made a great play just trying to be able to knock it out my hands whenever I caught it.
And here's what quarterback Geno Smith had to say about the score.
Tyler and I have we've done that so many times. You talk about training camp, OTAs, practices. He's one of the better receivers I've ever played with. And when he's one-on-one, when he's got those opportunities, especially on those deep passes, and he's always going to get his toes in. That's one thing we know. And he's just a dynamic player with a lot of heart. He's playing hurt. He's toughing it out, and he's giving it everything he's got. He understands what's at stake as well. And he's one of those players, man, that I'll never forget.
And going back to Lockett, he talked about being presented with the Steve Largent Award, which is given by the Seahawks each year to the player best exemplifying the spirit, dedication, and integrity of former Seahawks wide receiver Steve Largent. Here's what Tyler had to say about earning that honor.
Oh, yeah, man, it just felt great. Just being able to have an opportunity to win. I got to win it last year, but this year I got him to be able to present it to me. So it was pretty cool. Like I said, it's just weird to me, and it's crazy just the fact that we were born in the same town, drafted to the same team, got the same birthday. It's kind of weird, probably related in some way. But, just for him to be able to have an award named after him, that just says what type of person that he is. I even heard that he tried to go out there for governor. And so, he's all about change, all about inspiration, and it's just pretty cool just to be able to have a chance to meet him, have a chance to hear about him, see some of the phenomenal plays that he made. He did it without gloves. You know what I mean? So, I'm just thankful, man, just to have an opportunity to win the award, and thankful for everybody that voted for me, whether it was teammates, coaches, stuff like that.
Let's close out this episode with Geno's comments on the results of the Seahawks' first drive, which he certainly hopes not to repeat against the 49ers.
Man, that's a tough way to start the game. We've done that twice now. Honestly, it's unacceptable in my eyes. Some things that obviously we can correct, but when it happens, you got to have a short memory. You know, playing quarterback's a lot like cornerback. You know, a lot of cornerbacks get beat, and if you're a quarterback, you're going to throw an interception at some point. And so if you play enough games, and you just got to be able to move past it. Really just look at it and see what happened, why it happened, how it happened. Try to fix it, and then just move on. Because there's a lot of game left to play. As you can see, man, it took all the way to overtime for us to finally pull it out. But when you start like that, it's tough. But you just got to keep playing.
I will take the opposite of what Geno did in this game coming up against the Niners, whether it's a touchdown pass by Geno to go up 7, or we pick off Brock Purdy to then score 7 points. Either way, I'm going to be happy. Statistical leaders from this game against the Rams: Ken Walker, 29 carries, 114 yards on the ground. Uchenna Nwosu had 6 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, a half a sack, and 4 quarterback hits. Bruce Irvin credited with 1.5 sacks, and Lockett through the air 4 receptions, 54 yards, and that sole touchdown. That's going to do it for this show. Thanks to Wilson Conn for producing this episode. Follow him out on Twitter at Wilson_Conn, C-O-N-N. We're going to be back with the flagship show coming up. We're also going to have an interview this week with Oscar Aparicio. You may know him of the Better Rivals podcast. The podcast's not around anymore, but you can find Oscar out on Twitter at Better Rivals, and he's going to come on and preview this matchup coming up this weekend in Santa Clara. So stick around for that. And until next time, go Hawks.